Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jethco, and this is just a little bit of a vlog, really, just a Jethco rant. We'll call it a Jethco rant, shall we? I was live streaming not too long ago, Assassin's Creed 2, and we had a nice chat. It was me, Jackosaurus, and Lord Rexasaur. We were talking about Crusader Kings 2 and how I'm really getting into it, and I'm watching Lord Rexasaur play it, and Jackosaurus is a really good fan, and I wouldn't mind getting into it. So I looked it up on Steam, and I'm just like, how much is it? And the base game, as we can see, is $40, even though the game came out in 2012. It's a 3-year-old game, going on 4 years old now, and it's still $40. And I was just like, yeah, but how much are all the DLC? So I came down here, and you can get the Crusader Kings 2 collection that has all the DLC, all the special units, different nations, this and that, for $160, which includes the game itself. So you get the game, which is $40, and then you get all this DLC junk, and I say junk because it is junk, for an additional $120. Who pays for this? You're making it absolutely impossible for people to start playing the game. You're just like, oh yeah, the game's $40, but if you wanted to catch up on all the stuff that everybody else has, that'll be $160. What the freak? That is so much money. And it's not just this game, it's Paradox. Let's look up Europa Universalis 4, shall we? Europa Universalis 4, bumped right there. And I own this game already. I bought it on sale a couple years ago, actually. The game is still going for $40. One of my friends wants this game, apparently. The game is still $40. It came out in 2013, so a year after Crusader Kings 2. I've got a little bit of a cough, so don't mind that. I'm not crying. I'm not like pushing back tears. We're looking at Europa Universalis 4 here. The game is still $40. 2 going on 3 years old. And you've got the same thing, the Europa Universalis 4 collection, which includes Europa Universalis 4, the game, and then American Dream, Call to Arms, Europa Colonial British and French Unit Pack, all these DLCs that have come out. It's $100. It's $166 to buy all the DLC content that they've come out with in 2 to 3 years. That's not including the game. In this DLC list, the game is not included. I don't know what's included here in the collection and not that is on this list. Like what's not included or something. I don't know. Is something not included? I don't know. But it's so much money. It's $200 to get started if you wanted to start EU4. EU4. If you wanted to start it today, start playing and try to catch up. Put some light on my face there. Sorry about that. So we can actually all see each other. If you wanted to start playing this game today and catch up with all the DLC content, you have to drop $200, which is ridiculous. Let's go back to Crusader Kings 2 and go down to the DLC. Look at all this DLC. Oh my gosh. Sons of Abraham, Songs of blah blah blah. Well, Songs of Yuletide, that's free. They just did some Christmassy songs. But freaking A, look at this, $15, The Old Gods. And then just a bunch of like $10, Swords of Islam. $218.46 to catch up on Crusader Kings 2 DLC content, plus the $40 to buy the game. That's $260 just to get started. And then there will be additional DLC content that if you don't download, you will fall behind. You will fall behind. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now let's look up the other two games that I'm not really interested in, but are the same, series, for lack of better words. Victoria 2, very positive, came out in 2010. The game is $20. Let's look at the DLC content. This isn't as serious. It's not as serious, but it's still ridiculous. It's a 5 going on 6-year-old game. It's $46 plus 20, that's $66 to get to start playing this 5 to 6 year old game. It's absolutely ridiculous. Hearts of Iron 3. Hearts of Iron 4 is coming out or did come out, I can't remember. Hearts of Iron 3 came out in 2009. So this baby is legitimately 6 years old now. It's $10. And if you want all the DLC, it's an additional $38.81. Let's call it $40. It's $50 for this 6-year-old game. Paradox, you are drunk. Hearts of Iron 4, I believe, has not been released yet. Available coming soon. It'll be like $60. And if you think they're not going to release DLC content for this game, then you're just as drunk as they are, because that's what they do. Paradox, stop it. You're making it impossible for people to get started in your game. I mean, first of all, $40 for a 3-year-old game is ridiculous. Came out in February 12th. It's going to be February 2016 soon. You got like 4 months. So this game is almost 4 years old, and you're still charging $40 plus the $218.46 to get caught up in DLC content. I wouldn't pay that high. That's a freaking ridiculous, and I don't know what's included in this list that, or like what is on this DLC list that isn't in this list, but this is significantly cheaper, almost $100. Oh, not really. It's like $50 cheaper, $60 cheaper. But I don't know if everything on this list is on this list. If it is, then, I mean, if you're going to buy it all anyway, you might as well just buy the collection. But even then, $160 for a 4-year-old game is absolutely ridiculous. All right, I think I'll call that over. Jethco rant over. Dear Paradox, quit being absolute raunchy douchebags with your DLC content. It's absolutely ridiculous. It makes it absolutely, and again, absolutely impossible for people like me who don't have the game yet to come in 4 years later after it's come out. It's pretty popular. A lot of people really like it. It has very positive reviews with over 13,000 reviews. So everybody loves it. But it's $200 to get started. Out of your freaking mind. It's ridiculous. I want to avoid saying absolutely. I'm saying it a lot. It is. I almost did it again. I hate it. I hate DLC content. You're just stabbing people for more money. And you're just like, oh yeah, here's 8 units that they didn't have last time. That'll be $15. And here's, Songs of Caliph. That's $2. Here's Songs of Faith. That's $2. They're Turkish unit packs. That's $2. But it all adds up. Look at this. 4 years later, all the content that they've come out with is $220. That's what you people have paid to keep up to date with Crusader Kings 2 or Europa Universalis 4 or any of the other titles that they've come out with. They all have DLC content, and it's all really freaking expensive, and it's unnecessary. It is unnecessary. It is Paradox coming out and saying, we're going to stab you for more money for this unit that should have been in there originally. That's exactly what they're doing. I am Jethco, your host. This has been a rant. See you guys next time.